HQ.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Paul Niyama from MuscleBuildingFoodsHQ.com, and I'm a fitness specialist, which means that I help people just like you to get in shape with the proper workouts, the proper nutrition, and the motivation to do all of these things. And in this video, I'm talking about one of the things, if not the thing, that annoys me the most about working out, trying to get in shape, and that is injuries. I hate getting hurt. But if you've watched any of my previous videos or read any of my previous articles, you may or may already know that I've played rugby for many years. I've also played football and had a lot of injuries during that time, and a lot of these nagging injuries pop up while I'm working out, and yesterday was no exception. I was bench pressing, got a little bit out of alignment, and tweaked my shoulder a little bit. Right now I can't even raise this thing. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to use my pain to help you so that you can feel good and know how to recover from injuries. Now, before I get into what I do, just want to let you know, you probably already know, but I'm not a doctor, so this is not medical advice. This is just something that I do, someone that's been hurt a lot and have been helping my clients with minor injuries. And also want to let you know, this is not for major injuries. If you think it's a major injury, if you think it's serious, go to a doctor. Get it checked out, because you don't want to play around with your body. You only get one body. I've made all these mistakes in the past so that you don't have to make these. I've tried to tough it out. You let my ego go through. Try to work through these things. Wrong. So let me tell you what I've learned over the years getting hurt a lot and having to recover through these. The first thing you want to do as soon as you get injured, if you can, is to R.I.C.E it. Now, this doesn't mean go and get a bowl of rice and putting it on your shoulder or wherever it got hurt. No. R.I.C.E is an acronym, and it stands for rest, ice, compression, and elevation. And that's probably the most important thing that you can do in that first 24 hours of getting any kind of minor injury, whether it's an ankle sprain or just a tweaked shoulder or something, And I said it before, I'm going to say it again. If it's a major injury, go to a doctor. If it's the R.I.C.E doesn't work so good if it's something major. But if it's a minor one, R.I.C.E works really good. That rest, obviously, you don't want to keep working through an injury, a mistake that I've made many times in the past, so don't do that. Ice. This is to reduce swelling. Same thing for compression and elevation, to bring down that swelling. Any kind of inflammation that gets in there, it's going to bring that down. So ice it. After the first 24 hours, most of the time you won't need ice. If it's still swollen after 24 hours, it might be something serious. Get that checked out. But after that, you just want to rest it. Now, this is something that I've done in the past that you don't want to do. I have many times mistaken an injury for just a tight muscle and tried to work it out with a foam roller or a lacrosse ball. No, that is going to aggravate it more. That's not good. So let it heal first before you start to do this soft tissue recovery work. You want to just give your body a chance to heal. Let it recover. You don't want to start breaking it down when it's already broken. And once it's past that stage, once you can move, once you got some good range of motion back, then you can start working on your flexibility. You can do some static stretching. If it doesn't hurt, you could do some dynamic stretching, and then do that soft tissue work with your foam roller, with your lacrosse ball, with anything else that's going to dig into that tissue, that it's going to break up any tender spots. Because a lot of this stuff will build up in your muscle, just create this tightness. So you want to release that tightness with this soft tissue work. But again, only if it's not still hurt. This is only when when it's already recovered. After that, once I've got my range of motion back, once the soft tissue is feeling good, at that point is when I'm going to go back into the gym and try to work it. So with this shoulder injury, doesn't feel too good. It might take about a week or two before I could get back in the gym and start working it. Now, I'm not going to go load on my normal weight. I'm actually going to use no weight, no bar, no nothing, and see if that motion is all right. If that motion is still bothering me, I'm going to need to rest it a little while more. If it's not, then I could start to use the bar. Maybe throw on a plate. Maybe throw on a few plates. See how that feels. But adding the weight slowly, because if you do there should never be pain when you're working out. It should be burning. The muscles should be working, but there should never be any pain in your joint or anything like that. And if that's if you are getting that, then probably want to taper off a little bit, because that is a injury waiting to happen. That's a minor tweak that's going on in the muscle that you don't want to further aggravate. So any kind of pain when you're working out, you want to pull back a little bit or even stop. And then, after I'm slowly adding the weight, eventually I'll get back into my normal weight, feel good, all good. That is, once I'm using my normal weight again, that's when I say I'm fully recovered. So hopefully this advice helps you. Hopefully you never need this. Hopefully you never get hurt. But it happens. Even if you know the perfect form, you just do just a little bit, just like this instead of like that, and it happens. So that is how I deal with it. Minor injuries. Hopefully this will help you. Subscribe to my channel. Get my ebook. And if you want to reach me, you can find me on Twitter, Facebook. I'm on there. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment in the description down below. If you know somebody that's gotten hurt at the gym, share this with your friends. And I will see you next time. More advice, more nutrition, more motivation, more dealing with weird things that annoy me like injuries. And I will see you next time. Paul Niyama from MuscleBuildingFoodsHQ.com.